Well, come tonight. Let me make sure all of this is lined up. Um, you know, let's shut it down. First of all, I'd like to extend my thanks and appreciation to all of you coming on. Barinka Kosia, I'm okay. Please share the video. Mr. Prince Bestman, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. And don't let these people down. You just you're not forced to be friendly with somebody. When you say it, then they say you can add back. I don't know you from nowhere. You will just get up, you call. Boo, hello? Yeah. Are you using Fagon? Yeah. You using Fagon? Yes, I am. How are you? Yeah, man. I just wanted to say hello to you, hear you or see you for a long time. You saw me before? No, I don't see you before, but I can see you on the Facebook. And then you call me, you say, I hear you, I see you for a long time. Yeah, now, but now, you are older man, my grandpa, I love you, yeah? You have nothing you can do, God, one can understand it, but it's okay. I am here tonight to say my own. I know many of you want to ask, Falanyuma, how you doing? How am I doing? Where am I? I am in the People's Republic of China. I am a visiting scholar here at the University of Peking. It's ranked number 12 in the world. Has over 50,000 students. That's not why I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight because a lot has been said. A lot is going on. And I just thought, I've been around Facebook for a little bit. I should come and have my say. All right. I cannot remain silent. I cannot remain quiet. So I thought it would be wise for me to come and have my say. So I'm not usually, I wait for 150 people because I'm my own target. This platform is for members of the Intelligentsia. It's not for funny-looking people who just will get up in the morning and just talk tabata and confuse people and stuff. I'm not here for long. So let me start by thanking His Excellency Ambassador Yin Chengwu of the Embassy of China in Monrovia. And let me also extend my thanks and appreciation to President Xi Jinping, the government and people of China, And let me also congratulate them on the 80th anniversary of their resistance to Japanese aggression. But more so, let me thank the president, faculty, and staff of PKU, which is Peking University, or the University of Peking, in Beijing, China. I want to thank them for the warm reception and the warm hospitality accorded me since my arrival here in Beijing. The hospitality is so warm that if I attempt to describe it, you will run with it in the media as opulence. And you will say I'm too rich. But actually, that's one of the reasons why I love China. From the time I was invited to pick up my visa from the embassy in Monrovia, I was shown so much respect. From the gates of the embassy, my vehicle was taken directly to the big doors, opened for me. I was ushered in. When you are shown that kind of respect, it's only respect or respective of the fact that you will reciprocate same. When I arrived, there was someone to pick me up from the airport, bring me over here at the Global Village, and I am staying in a suite. We've gone through the first week, and hopefully it ends on Sunday. And then we will start the other week, where we'll be flying to the various provinces and visiting historical sites such as the Great Wall of China, and so forth and so on. So I must say, I'm very grateful. Out of all the countries in the world, you know the number, just Africa alone, the continent of Africa, we've got over 54 countries, or about 54 countries, if you like. And for 55 persons to be invited as visiting scholars from around the world, Jordan, Iraq, you name it, Brazil. Like today, our speaker was the Deputy Speaker of Parliament in Lesotho. I was seated right next to the Minister of Government in Sierra Leone. I had the opportunity to meet my other colleagues, 54 of them. They're from all around the world. And a lot is taking place here in China. And a lot is being put together for a good reason. So let me go to add my voice to the many voices that is speaking already. If you notice, I say the monkey will not change the black pound. I know many of you want to ask me what you mean by that. When we were on the Spoon platform, I tied the ANC, Eugene Fagon, tied the ANC to being an elitist party, a party of bigots, a party of the self-professed, self-proclaimed, educated people, a party that had people within that thought they knew it all, that they had money, and that they didn't want to show respect, not for our tradition, not for our culture. At one point, Yakula said if she was in the office of the vice president at the time, she was going to waste her water on him. All of those kind of things. Right on the air. But it turns out what I've been telling you people is that the ANC, having performed so dismally in the past election to where they could not even get 1%, with the law enforced and in place, thinking they're smart, especially for Ability, who everyone knew was working for the CDC. If you remember, I had Agent 1, Agent 2, Agent 3, and Agent 4. And you guys saw it. It happened. But Ability having been planted within the ANC, saw to it that the ANC became a failure. He was swaying up and down, saying that if Elizabeth Kumi is not elected president, let her grow in her palm. He did something like this. After that, he came back again and said that if Kumis does not win the election, he will resign and not take his seat. These are two stated facts. Well, hair never grew in Belete palm. Belete took his seat. He did not resign. And there's video evidence to what I'm saying, so he can't lie about it. And that somehow all of these loud mouth talking individuals who were running around with this ANC thing at the time found themselves in Manchester, in Great Britain, behind Ability with this new party called CMC. Not because they wanted to be members of CMC, but because the ANC is not coming back. But they would use the name for numerical purposes and values. So they went and they formed a new party, CMC, and then morphed from the ANC into what you now know today as the CNC. But the monkey will not change his black hands. He's not going to change it. It is by nature. It is by nature that the monkey hands are all black. It cannot change it. Doesn't matter how many tree it jumps from, or whether it walk on the ground, whatever it does, the palm will be black. We saw that during the elections. And somehow many persons seem to have been surprised at the behavior of a panelist attempting to demean, denigrate, politically demolished, and somehow subdue an intellectual powerhouse who have stood the test of time. And many of you may not have understood what Jackie Mccabe did from a professional standpoint. What Jackie did was not only the right thing, was proof to her fellow panelists that she was politically matured and she was using a technique to further expose the dark side of Dr. Francine. You appear calm. You appear collective. You appear to be this doctor that deals with the psyche of people. But in reality, you yourself seem to be suffering from something. And I say this with passion for her. That was what demolished the ANC. People saw them as aggressive. They saw them as rude. They saw them as elitists. And again, we are here today, unfortunately. So I've come to pay tribute to Jackie Mccabe. She demonstrated the true quality of the Liberian woman. The Liberian woman is tenacious. She's full of resilience. She's tough. She's strong. The Liberian woman will cry, but her tears is fuel for her strength. The Liberian woman have demonstrated, whether it be from Angie Brooks Rana, you won't go way back to Susanna Lewis, you won't come all the way down to Ma Ellen, you won't go to Lema Bowie, you won't go to Nyombli Kanga, wherever you want to go, the Liberian woman never surrenders. And she can take pain. She can take insult. She can take assault. But when she decides to fight back, her technique and her tactical approach cannot be matched. You saw a woman trying to put down another woman disgracefully. And I waited and I watched social media. There may have been other women, but I saw one woman calling a spade a spade. Glendy Juniors call it for what it was. Maybe other women did, but Glendy call it for what it was instantly. Shamefully, and I repeat, shamefully, my brother Stanton had to issue an apology. But his apology was misguided. He should have apologized to the Liberian people on behalf of the network. Because that was not something that should have come from a network that is respected by the Liberian people. That was his job to do. Not to apologize for and on behalf of Dr. Francine. It means Dr. Francine shows no remorse for such a despicable act on national television and national radio. I don't want to repeat some of the things she said. If you are saying no sound, then check your volume button. You cannot look at an experienced administrator like Jackie and decide that you will reduce her to ridicule by insults. And all Jackie did was to prove to you that she was indeed a Liberian woman of great quality, tenacity, resilience, respect. Not only that, look at some of the questions that were being asked. That was a feeding spoon for experienced communicators like us. You are going to ask Eugene Fagon that Bility worked for George Weah, worked for Cummins, and that CMC is an auxiliary of the CDC. And you expect me to blow that opportunity to seize on such a statement and score political points? No. I will seek the opportunity immediately to educate you that since 2005, it is an established fact that no one political party can win elections in Liberia. It took a coalition to defeat the Unity Party-led government. It took an alliance to defeat the coalition. It will definitely take collaboration to defeat the alliance and the coalition. And that is what I will say my party now brings to the table. As to your concern as to the evolution of the political leader or the political party, give me a political party that is existing from 1847 and I will surrender and resign. If not, then every political party was or is, whichever way you want to take it, born out of a revolution of an evolution of political parties, beginning from that of the Grand Old Chewy Party. Through the struggles of the Progressive Alliance of Liberia, or the Progressives, if you want to call them. Let me state for the record, you blew again another opportunity when she said to you, you are losing it, doctor. You are losing it. Right there, you've already done the damage. And you say, I'm sorry for being emotional, but I lost it because it's provoking. My apology to you. Shall we continue? Samuel Jackson did it to her. The moment she tried to press and somehow insinuate that Samuel Jackson meant something else, Jackson pulled back, catapulted on her, and gave her the reserve of a spin in politics. And she bought it. The damage was already done. So I have come to pay tribute to Jackie Mccabe, wherever she is today. I've not spoken to her, but she demonstrated what the true Liberian woman represents. In the midst of the barrage of insults, she kept her calm and her composure, and she stood her grounds. And now, it's easy for me to say, if CMC is depending on that global chairman, they need to think again, because she's not a global chairman. She's actually an office chairman. Her chairmanship is only limited to either the office or the panel she sits on. It happened before, and it will happen again. The monkey will never change his black hairs. I want to thank Senator Daba Fapla. She broke grounds in Nimba today. Construction work began today for the expansion of the new substation, a television station, substation in Grand Cape Man County. Hopefully next week, we'll be breaking grounds in Saniquale, Nimba County for another substation to be constructed there in Saniquale also. So that's Cape Man, that's Saniquale. It's all happening in my absence. That is what happens when you provide leadership and build a system. You don't have to be there for the system to operate effectively. You are just a human being. I am not there, and things are happening behind me. Yes, up to a week ago, I was there, so it's not magic. But when you set everything in place and you leave, they just fall in place. Yesterday, 2 4-wheel drive double cabin, brand new pickup trucks were delivered at the LBS compound, thanks to His Excellency, President Joseph Newman Boakai, for the far-sightedness. We need additional 4 trucks. We have 15 counties. There's a project going on in Cape Town. There's a project going on in Nimba. How do we manage with just 2 pickup trucks to cover 15 counties? My technical team left Lofa, and the people in Lofa are celebrating and rejoicing. Even though time, they tell us they did not have television. They were watching LNTV in Lofa County, not on Satcom, not on DSTV, not on Multi TV, but directly from LNTV base in Monrovia. I want to thank Buffett Law. I want to thank Mr. James Williams and all of their technical team for a brilliant job done. Next, the team will be moving to Bombing to install television. We are really short of vehicles. I'm hoping to appeal to Gafua to allow us to take 2 additional vehicles, and that we'll pay only little by little, and next year's budget we can clear out. But we are in a period of fierce urgency. We must take television to Banga, to Grangide, to Margibi, and to Maryland. And I intend to achieve that before the end of November. I will work assiduously hard. I'm doing a lot of negotiations here on the sideline of this scholarly program. But we don't want the pickups. We need the pickups. We want to create regions. Western region, Northern region, Southern region, Eastern region. And 2 pickups cannot do it. As I speak to you, before leaving, 3 of our hardworking employees returned to the capital from China. 1 came from Great Britain. But here I am. I am in China. Anthony Williams is in Algiers, Algeria. 2 persons will be leaving for the States next weekend. 1 person will be leaving for Malaysia on next Wednesday. And if things work well, we might have 2 persons headed to Egypt. Next 2 weeks, to Egypt. Liberia is our country, and don't you ever forget that. Liberia is our country, don't you forget that. I heard people making noise about bag of rice, especially Samuel Jackson. He accepted the idea, but then he put a but to it. What about the people bringing in the rice? Did the team take into consideration the expenses, the freight, the storage, the cargo handling? It needs a whole bunch of stuff. I have a message for Sam Jackson. This is not 1847. And we are not running a small cheering government. You don't know Jack. He brought bag arrest down to $16, but he was paying $11 million in subsidies. You will not forget the story about the $11 million he gave to Mawani. And Mawani gave to all the rest importers. No hay, no tea. The moment she get the 11 million, rest went back to 18. You will not forget. You not forget, I was the deputy minister. I don't forget. I know I don't. And you know the story. Don't pretend like you will forget. But he gave 11 million for them to bring the rest. And they sold the rest for $18. This president, he gave jack. But he provided tariffs. He reduced tariffs. And he only rest now 18 or 16. He read at 14. And trust me, any attempt by any businessman to undermine this government, you will return to your country to make sure that you're close to the pilot who will put you on business, in business class. Send you businessmen, you fly business class. Any attempt to undermine this president and this government, you will rob business class because you're a businessman. You will fly business class. You won't go buy something $7. Look, let's leave that one. You say you do something. The last one coming to talk. You say, oh, that me do it. That me do it. Okay. They carry evidence in the courtroom. Let me drink small hot water for I tell you one. They carry evidence in the courtroom. Then you say, the judge will not look at that evidence because it was not obtained legally. So as members of the intelligentsia, here is my question for you to go to bed with. If the evidence was false, that one thing. But you don't say the evidence that loud. You don't say that false. But you say the judge will not entertain the evidence because the evidence was not gotten constitutionally. By that statement alone, you are admitting that the evidence is true. So at this point now, does it matter whether the evidence was obtained constitutionally or unconstitutionally or legally or illegally? Does it matter? I'm drawing from the statement that was made. You say, no, Josh. Suppress that evidence. Because they did not get it legally and it was not done constitutionally. Does it matter? Even if we took the evidence from in the toilet and the evidence is factual and true, because we took it from in the poo-poo camo, you will say nobody more touch it because it got poo-poo on it? Come on, man. Is that the reason why we burned down our capital? So that we can make excuses for whether the evidence gathered was legal or illegal? What we are looking for is for somebody to say that evidence is not an evidence, it's false, it's a lie, it's not true. But you say, oh, the way you get the evidence, Mahana Serifa, it's not legal, it's illegal. No. Members of the intelligentsia, I urge you to go to bed tonight with the question, does it matter whether it was legal or illegal? Does it matter once the evidence is true? Did you burn down our Capitol building? Did you burn it? If you burn down our Capitol building, then whether the evidence was obtained legally or illegally, once the evidence is true, I urge you all to plead guilty ask the court for a lesser sentence and write the president for clemency. But if you drag the Liberian people only to find you guilty, your fight is sad. It's sad. Why people are trying to help us build a new capital, building new ministries and what have you. Others will blaze the one we already have and still have the audacity to say, don't entertain the evidence. Someone asking me to speak to Billy. Not now. It's too early. I know the time will catch Billy. Billy not far from Simeon Fremont. I just sent Simeon Fremont on a tape to the president. You ain't see Simeon Fremont tape yet? How they watch on your hand that $450,000 US. How many factories he get? How many small scale businesses he's open? You see some of the thing I can be talking? This is a man who won't be president. Whole day he criticizing the governments, whether Chowia or JMB, but he put $450,000 US on his hand and had a man to show it to the journalists. Then he said you won't be president of Liberia. How can you wear $500,000 watch on your hand and say you won't be president of this country? What a joke. I think Simon Fremont should just forget it. His political career, the way I send that other video in the cloud, God. $450,000 on your wrist. Your wrist. Small children, he even get a chair to sit down in school. I look at Simeon Fremont today and I said, this man is mentally crippled. I don't say retard or deranged, or if you want all kind of things you want find to the mental. I say the man is, Simeon Fremont is mentally crippled, in my opinion. To sit in front of a journalist and brandish a $450,000 watch in this day and age, in our country, something not right. Ladies and gentlemen of the Intelligentsia, it's late here in Beijing. I have to sleep because we have another tough section in the morning hours. And all of my gadgets are prepared. We will go to another presentation again. May God bless our country, save our people, and may we all prosper in Jesus' name. Amen.